Alright. So you're still slowly producing. You're getting a lot of water. That's good. We'll need that. Okay. Let's go fill up on iron and copper. And we'll go from there. 495 iron reserves. That's just sad. This used to be the heart of my production empire, and now it's just a shadow of what it used to be. Is it not even pumping out blue cubes anymore? I don't think it's not pumping out blue cubes because we're out of resources, though. I think it's just not pumping out blue cubes because we're full. Yeah, there we go. Okay. We can't build that. We can't do that. Eventually, we're going to need solar sail attach speed, but that's way farther down the line. Space fleet expansion? No, we need planetary shield. We're starting to reach the point where we need these green matrices to do anything. What can we research here? I mean, I guess we could start on this tech. We're not really going to use it for a very long time, but it'll be good to have it at least. All right, let's head. Where is it? Not you. What system is it? This guy. Delta Centauri.
Mineral depleted.
This way. Let's not waste time. Let's just go. Oh, we have to escape the gravity well of the planet first. Oops. I forgot about that. That's okay. Now we go. Nice. All right, I needed a bunch of stone for more chemical plants. Oops. Wow. It's fine. We can get more stone here.
Warp engine deactivated.
All right, we need to go to Delta Centauri 4. That's where our production is. Yeah. It's gonna take a hot minute to get there because we're out of energy. Which, okay, we still have plenty of fuel cells. That's good. I just briefly thought about that on my way here. I was like, should I make sure we have fuel cells? But no, we're good for now. For now. Alright, so if I go over here to the interstellar logistics station, I should be able to bring in water now. Remote demand. Yes. And they brought warpers. Okay, that's great. They're bringing water. That's also great. We're still struggling with hydrogen, which isn't particularly surprising. All right, so we have these crystals being built, or we have had these crystals being built. I'm gonna go ahead and offload them into a depot. I may actually need a food depot. Just to say that we had some. There we go.
Replication
I
complete.
actually forgot to set this up, but that's okay. I was in a bit of a hurry to get back because the dark fog was attacking us. Start filling that up. What is causing the problem? I think what's causing the problem is the excess graphene. Yeah. So we do want to ship the graphene back. What's... Oh, those are the logistic fossils warping. I'm like, what the heck was that effect? I'm just dumb. All right. So I think we just run this straight through, yeah? We just bring this right around. Because this way it will supply the graphene to these assemblers first, and then any extra graphene that doesn't get picked up will go into the logistics station. And then that should clear out the backlog of graphene, which should release the hydrogen. Yeah! Nice. Okay. So now the next step in this process, we have the water. We need titanium ingots, and we need glass. Overall, they're going to be fairly easy to make individually, but just setting up the production line, it could be a bit of a pain, depending on where the titanium is. The titanium is on the other side of the map. Of course it is. Why wouldn't it be on the other side of the planet? Okay. I think this is the closest titanium. Yeah, it totally is. Okay.
Flight mode.
It's fine. We can still work this. Might as well just drop the remaining 4 of these. Yeah.
Replication complete.
Okay. Let's go ahead and start mining. Nice. And we want to run all of that basically straight down the way here. Go ahead and set this up so that it pulls from each evenly. Do I have to do this? Probably not. Do I want to do that? Yeah, kind of. Okay, so I need conveyors. I'm kind of running a bit low on them. And this is part of the reason why I put conveyors and pile sorters into my interstellar logistics station, because I can just come over here and I can request 400 conveyors, and they will be shipped right to my doorway. Takes a bit of resources, a little bit, but
Research
it's not bad. And I can do the same thing with pile sorters. Although I feel like I need less pile sorters than anything else. It will take them a little bit of time to get here. It's not an instant thing. Boy, I wish it was. Let's take a look at that star. Iota Vulpiculae? That looks like one of the brighter ones. There's actually several brighter stars over here. Okay. That's where my sulfuric acid is. Along with a huge dark fog hive. If it didn't have... Where is the sulfuric acid planet? Is it this one? If it didn't have a sulfuric acid planet, I wouldn't be interested. But maybe there's a less dangerous one somewhere. This planet actually has a lot of things in the system. A lot of planets in the system, I guess I should say. Along with 3 bases and a big hive. That's a big beefy hive right there. All right. So it seems like the farther out we get, the stronger the dark fog is. That makes sense. I certainly understand that sentiment. Let's see. So this is a smaller star. It's less luminous, which means, yeah, it doesn't look like it looks like the dark fog is more prevalent on planets with in systems with brighter stars. And interestingly enough, with this planet is that it has stalagmite crystals, which can be turned straight into right there. Oh, that's weird. That planet is tilted on its axis, kind of like, oh crap, is it Neptune or Uranus that's tilted on its axis? I don't know. I don't remember. That would be a great planet to build a Dyson Sphere at, though. Let's see. There's the sulfuric acid sea. Yeah, so there's no bases on here. Local and high threat, select the targets only. I don't know what that does. I think we want local and high threat to be on. I could be wrong about that. I also still have no idea. I have no idea why this is just pointing off into the middle of nowhere. Whatever. Alright, so we have these here. We can clear them, which clears up space, and it transfers those resources right into our inventory. Which makes it kind of easy to bring stuff over, and that's the point. I do want a little bit... I should have set this to 800. Whatever, it's fine. So we'll finish building this. There we go. And let's grab the smelter. Just leave it here. We have an entire planet. Why congest ourselves? It's a question that I constantly ask.
Insufficient materials.
Here, we'll drop a couple of these guys too. Actually, we should drop a few of these guys. I really don't know how good pilers are. I know I used to use them all the time, but that was before pile sorters. And I don't really know how much of an effect it has on the overall productivity. All I know is that causes it to pile up to double. And then I can plop another one down here. And it'll pile up to ×4. Eventually. And then if I connect this in here, that will make it so that it'll take longer to go through these resources. You can supply longer lines with it. Now, I don't need pile sorters. I don't need the pilers on this side because the pile sorters should do that job for me. If I'm understanding the mechanics of the game correctly. And I may or may not. It's hard to say. Yeah, if it can pile it, it will. But it's only really going to pile it if there's a large backlog of titanium. So we're going to bring this the whole way down. It's going to be a long trip, but that's okay. We're just going to kind of leave this here for now. Go ahead and plop a depot down just so that we can fill it. Okay, now the stone. And stone's not actually too far away, which is good. Okay, so for this, we need to produce glass. Yes? Yes. Glass. Which we can turn stone directly into glass with a smelting facility. I'm gonna kind of work around this iron vein. I don't want to build right up against it, because that's when bad stuff happens. I'm gonna set this like this. Probably not going to bother piling this. Should I? Probably. But I'm not going to worry about it. If it needs it later, I can always add it in. There we go.
Insufficient materials. Replication complete.
Do I not? Okay. I still don't have that upgraded to be pile sorters instead of regular sorters. Whatever, it's fine. Okay. Now the final step of this whole song and dance. We're not quite there yet. Actually, I lied. We need to make these guys in an assembler. Okay. So, let's build... Let's go like this. We're going to bring this over. We're gonna bring this out. And we're going to bring the water in. Yeah.
Flight mode.
There we go. So with all their powers combined,
Insufficient materials.
we are out of fabricators. Give me a minute. Give me about 75 seconds and I can continue that line of thought.
Insufficient materials.
Okay, keep running this out. I need to be able to put 10 in here. There we go. So it looks like, once again, we've kind of maxed out on this. I think it'll be better once we start shipping the graphene to other places. Right now it's a little bit of a struggle. Let's start with 7. Why 7? I don't know. It's a completely arbitrary number, but it also just kind of reaches the end there, and I don't have to build anymore. There we go. No. I'm getting ahead of myself. I need... titanium glass. Yes.
Mineral depleted. Replication complete.
Okay. So last but not least, where do I want to build this? I guess we could just kind of plop it like out here. I guess that works. All right. Plane fillers. I'm sure this isn't the best way to do this. Again, I don't care. I don't mind that it's not the best way to do this. This is the way that I'm doing it, and that's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are far, far better at this game than I am, who can make this ridiculously efficient machine. But that is not me. That has never been me. I'm just here to chill and have fun. There we go. And that will get us the resource that we need. Excellent. So I wanted to make sure that there was plenty of room for expansion into the into the future. I think I've done an okay job at that. I mean, there's an entire planet to work with here, so it should be all good. There shouldn't be any concerns about that. We may actually need way more than this. I mean, we can build it. I think it'll work itself out eventually. Realistically, we need a lot more, but I just want to get started, basically. I do want to build...
Insufficient materials.
I don't think I have the resources for it.
Flight mode. Insufficient materials.
I want 10 of these. Oh, this is going to take so long. Can I expedite this by stealing some glass?
Insufficient materials.
I probably can, but I'm missing something else. It's titanium. I'm missing titanium. Okay. I can at least build 5
Replication
more of
complete.
these. You're learning little things over time that can make a difference. You're doing great. Keep it up. I appreciate the sentiment, Tank Cop.
Mineral depleted.
I do. I'm not brand new to the game, but it has been a long time since I played it, and I haven't played it at all since the whole Dark Fog thing came out. But I do seriously appreciate the sentiment. There we go. We're going to wrap this guy around like this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a weird thing that I hang on to because I'm at least somewhat familiar with how these kinds of communities work. Like, I was vaguely involved in the Factorio community, although I never really played that game. I just, like, watched YouTube videos of it. And other games of, like, a similar automation, factory building, simulation kind of games. And I know how big people are on making things as efficient as possible. And that's just, like, I don't know, that's just never really been my thing. I've always been more into just kind of building silly things and seeing what happens. So it's a hang-on. It's something that I mention a lot. But it is what it is. The community itself makes itself a little bit intimidating sometimes. There we go. Okay, so once we start transporting graphene back, this will take off a lot better than it is now. So we're going to go home. We're going to transport back graphene, and we're going to transport back plane filters. And then hopefully we can actually get our cubes going, our green cubes. Learning on the go feels more rewarding rather than copying some meta build. I 100% agree. I couldn't agree more. I mean, I could go online and download blueprints that just, like, graph out the planet for me, basically. But at that point, I'm not playing the game. I'm just kind of copying and pasting other people's games into my own, if that makes sense. And that's not really something that I like doing, so... Alright, I think things are pretty stable here. I have plenty of power. The Dark Fog is gone? For now? Maybe. Time will tell. History will decide when the planets align. I think it's time that we get these these sour apple cubes going. Not the blue cubes. We've had the blueberry cubes forever. Let's see, there's Svalson. All right, let's go.
Warp engine activated.
Oh, we're drifting off course. There we go. I'm still afraid to warp into the dark fog. I think we'll be okay, though. We get kind of close to our main system here. There we
Engine
go.
deactivated.
Nice. All right. So I think we're making pretty good progress now. That dark fog hive is huge, but don't worry about it.
Course ended.
All right. First things
Flight mode.
first. Not the first things first. Do we want to transport back to here? That is the real question. Let's take a look here. So, to build these cubes, we need quantum chips and graviton lenses. The graviton lenses are right here. We have a super slow production for the faster than light travel. I did that on purpose because I didn't want to use all the graviton lenses. So the only thing I really need here is processors. Which, we have a bunch of processors over here. Is there maybe someplace better? I would love to keep all of my cube production super close to my research area. Even though I have no idea how I'm going to get green cubes into this mess, I still like the mental image of all of the cubes converging on one area. Oh no. What are our processors doing? I guess I shouldn't ask what my processors are doing. I should ask what they're not doing. And the answer is meeting demand. All right. We need a lot more processors. Okay. But that's getting sidetracked. I need to figure out where I want to bring these in to most easily adjust this. Where's graphene? This is where my graphene is coming from. It's supplying, so we have an open spot here. This is such a chaotic mess. Oh, man. So, my original plan was to just bring the processors over here. This is an almost completely empty planetary logistics station here. I mean, I could still do that. if I bring the plane filters here, we can build a
Insufficient
planetary
materials.
logistics station over here, which we don't have the resources for, which is great. I have so much crap in my inventory. I should also really start using these slots, these logistics slots. I don't really know why I don't, but I can just put a bunch of stuff in there. And even if I don't have things set to distribute them, I can still keep them there for storage. Just kind of frees up some inventory slots. I don't know why I don't do that more. The answer is
Mineral depleted.
because I don't think that far ahead, basically.
Flight
Okay.
mode.
So now, you go ahead and grab one of these guys. And we'll grab some of those guys too. Let's not worry about our fuel shortage. I'm sure it won't be a problem. And they store, but your builder bots won't take from those logistics sacks when you place down buildings. Took you a while to figure that out. Yeah, no, I think I did know that. I also think it won't take them into account when you're building things. But honestly, like, if I'm just, like, storing random crap there, just because, like, I probably don't need all of this silicon. That's okay. We could do it like that. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. All right. Okay, so after, let's think about after as well as now. So I also need to craft gravity matrices. So I need enough room to craft both the quantum chips, which are going to take a lot of processors, and the gravity
Replication
matrices.
complete.
So, I mean, over here seems like the most logical choice for that expansion. Okay, let's drop the planetary logistics station here. Okay, that's super close to my diamonds. Whatever, it's fine. I want you to grab me processors. If you can. We may not actually have enough processors. And I want you to start transporting plane filters. It's not coming in yet because we don't have enough to fill a transport. That's fine. At least I assume that's the reason why that's happening. Because you need four, well, at the moment, based on my tech, you need 400, at least 400, before it carries it around. So we may have to go back and expand production of that a little bit, but that's fine. Let's get all this set up first, though. We'll just build a few like that. This isn't gonna be pretty, but that's fine. There's those plane filters. eventually, someday, all this mess is going to come back to haunt me. Well, I mean, I guess it already has multiple times, but we don't talk about that. There we go.
Replication complete.
There we go. So you are going to be building me quantum chips. We need quantum chips for a lot of other things than just this, but this is what we're going to use them for now. We're going to plan on having to use them in more places by doing that. And then we're building along the curvature of the planet again. I think that'll work. Building close to the North Pole. Oh, what a wonderful logistic nightmare. All right. There we go. And this is where we're going to be using most of our graviton lenses for a while. We're gonna make... What am I doing? Why am I... Why am I the way I am? We're making science. We're making research. We use the matrix labs to make science. That's how this works. This is how it's always been. Whatever, it's fine. Is our first shipment of... Okay, yeah. Plane filters are coming in. Oh, and we need to proliferate all this.
Insufficient materials.
Let's just do like 4. Is there any way I can really expedite this? No, because it needs microcrystalline components and those are built off-world. Alright, whatever. We almost certainly don't have enough to fill a whole big tower of Matrix Labs, but I still want to build a whole big tower of Matrix Labs. And we're going to run those back into here. Like that. Green. So these guys need proliferated. These guys need proliferated. It should be pretty easy to do.
Replication complete.
It's just a matter of grabbing this. And bringing it around. Let's try not to disrupt the flow of things. What are you doing? What are you doing, Proliferator Chan? Come on, get... What are you trying to do? There we go. I have no idea what that was about. Well, that's okay. We got it in the end. Alright, we produced our own quantum chips. And come on, pop it out. Give us that green cube. Yeah, power's freaking out again. Yeah, that's why. 33 hours for our first gravity matrix. Nice. Okay.
Flight mode.
So now that we have gravity matrices, there was one in here that didn't have like anything. Yes. Well, this does have something. It doesn't have nothing. But I think there was something we were going to use this for. I don't remember what I was going to use it for. It's gravity matrices now. That's just how it is.
Flight mode.
Alright, now we have to figure this mess out. So, if we... if we bring out the sour apple matrices, you see, we can bring them... Oh, we have to proliferate them. Ooh, we have to proliferate them. It would be easier to proliferate them on the other end, rather than derailing everything that's going on here. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's a gleaming tower of beauty. Yeah, we can just proliferate from here. We'll just keep playing Snake with our proliferator. There we go. All right. So all 5 of our delicious cubes should be proliferated now, which is good. Which is very good. Interesting how this still has the tier 2 proliferator in it. Is it just because this isn't really doing anything very fast? That's gotta be it, right? I mean, I'm not worried about it. It's just kind of a thing. Okay.
Flight mode.
Back to what we were doing. Weaving a web of cube. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to bring it into this side.
Mineral depleted.
Like that. And then we also have to bring it into this side. Is this far enough? Like, what if we just did this? So, when I originally built this, I built this under the impression that I needed a lot of, not really the impression, but I needed a lot of the sorters to fill in the lack of speed that the tier 1 sorters had. Now that we don't have that, we don't really need We don't really need all of these extra sorters. We just need at least one per color. Preferably 2 or 3, but we'll see how that works. We'll see how that works. And there we have it. Right there. We have all 5 cubes. We got the blueberry cubes. We got the red cubes, the watermelon, or I guess you could call it cherry flavored cubes. We got the green grape cubes. We got the pineapple cubes. And then we got the sour apple cubes. It's a whole stack of cubes. And I don't think I need to put a storage on this, because the planetary logistics station will store up to 5,000 of the gravity matrices just on their own. So I don't really have to worry about that too much. The only thing it won't do is stack them, which, So I need to get planetary ionosphere utilization. That is like the #1 thing that we need. Because we need to...
Mineral depleted.
We burned through those cubes so fast.
Flight mode.
But we need to be able to provide graviton lenses to our ray receivers so they don't have to constantly charge up. We actually still have a fair amount of graviton lenses. We will slowly burn through them with the cubes, though. Although, I think the big limiter here is definitely going to be the plane floaters for now. For now. But for now, I'm just going to kind of leave the green cubes be a little bit of a slow burn. We need a lot of them. And we still have a lot of work to do. This is holding us back. What are we lacking here? Hydrogen? Hydrogen. You know, I've been holding off on it for a long time. But it may be about time we put a bunch more gas collectors on the glass giant. The glass giant? The gas giant. I only have one there right now, and that is insufficient. I think most of our hydrogen right now is getting pulled through cracking the oil. Is that what it's called? I don't want to see my inventory. I want to see it. What? Whatever. I don't care. And of course, most of our deuterium is being powered through zooming it around in a circle really fast. And sometimes it even backs up. But not recently. It hasn't backed up and gotten piled in a long time because we've been burning through our hydrogen pretty heavily. Do we have any hydrogen just kind of floating around? We do have a bunch of hydrogen over here. We could... Planetary logistics station, huh? We could feed more hydrogen into the system. You know, we do actually have a lot more hydrogen than I thought we did. It's just not really being diffused through the system to where we need it. Let's go ahead and grab a bunch of our hydrogen. Not storage, not supply, demand. Give me some of these. Thank you. So where are we going to run this hydrogen? There's a temptation to just feed it into this system right here. Where does this go? Let's take a look. So this brings the hydrogen over here. That's probably way too much hydrogen for that system. But what we could do is plug it into here. And that runs it straight into the deuterium. I thought that also ran it elsewhere. Maybe not. Well, either way, we're burning through a lot of our deuterium. Running more hydrogen through this system is extremely important.
Light mode.
So I think what we're going to do, let's build a
Insufficient
splitter.
materials.
Or 10 splitters, since we always need splitters. And
Insufficient materials.
some of these too, since I always forget those exist. We should build spares. So where's the hydrogen coming for this guy? Or no, this isn't hydrogen, this is deuterium, right? Yeah, it's deuterium. So we need to increase our deuterium production. Right. Now, we can still accomplish that by building more gas giant harvesters, because we actually, we're kind of lucky enough to have, not there, here. We're kind of lucky enough to have a gas giant that has the deuterium on it. Although now that I've experienced the game a little bit more, I kind of wish that we had a fire ice planet instead. But whatever. Having deuterium is okay as well. Okay, that's working. That's good. So we're just going to plug this into the system, and it's just going to completely overwhelm it. We're going to plug it in here, and we're going to plug it in there. I don't know what long-term consequences that's going to have. I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. That's kind of the fun part of the game, right? Just seeing what chaos we can cause. But the most important thing for us right now is that feeding all of that hydrogen into the system will dramatically increase the amount of deuterium that we get. And it should be almost immediate. Oh yeah. We went from producing 13 to 18 to producing 37, 39. Our production rate is going through the roof. Beautiful. That's great. And then all of that's being fed into here, where it should be getting split between... Can I prioritize... I don't think I can prioritize an output. So this should also be getting deuterium occasionally, mostly from the 1 or 2 gas giant extractors we have. Are we proliferating the deuterium? We should be. Yes. Okay, so that should increase the production of strange matter. Oh yeah. slightly over our consumption rate, which is good. But, oops. But it's important to keep in mind that technically under ideal conditions, we should still be burning through more. But what this does do is allow us to build more particle accelerators, which allows us to build more lenses, which we should be able soon, once this research is done, we'll be able to feed into our ray receivers to get a lot more power from our Dyson swarm, which is now 1 gigawatt. 1 gigawatt. I don't know why it's like bulging out weirdly on one side, or at least I don't think it's actually bulging out weirdly on one side. I think it's just kind of the way it looks. It's just the way that it looks. It looks like it's kind of oblonged. Whatever, it's fine. And soon we'll be able to actually start building our Dyson Sphere. We have a lot of time before that, though. We got a lot of work to do. And honestly, we should probably move all of these rail ejectors onto the first planet. This planet, it really doesn't get enough direct contact with the sphere. If you look at these big, wild hills and valleys, all of those areas are areas where either the planet is tilted away or the gas giant is in the way and it doesn't have a direct line of sight. Either way, a bit of a nuisance. The only advantage to having this set up this way, and I use the term advantage lightly, is that it does let us have a lot of time to build up a bunch of extra solar sails. What are we missing here? Are we still struggling on engines? We did a lot of construction this time. We probably are. These engines actually look okay. Yeah, we actually have a nice backlog of these engines, but it's these engines that are struggling. Because they're still struggling to get these in. Because they're still struggling to get... because they're still struggling to get magnets in. Where are my magnets? Right here. And that's just a matter of not producing enough magnets, I think. Yeah. Alright. Well, I mentioned it was going to be a shorter stream, and it ended up being a 4.5-hour stream anyway. I was planning on 3 hours. But I really wanted to get this set up. I wanted to get the green cubes coming in. That way I could say that I did something tonight. So, let's save the game. We should just delete solo play. I haven't even played solo play in, like, forever. We'll say stream amends here. And let's go check out the galaxy view, shall we? See how far we've progressed. It's something I've been doing at the end of every single one of my streams, just to see how things are. We should be growing in intensity, though. Especially now that we're making a gigawatt of power. I don't know if it's a true gigawatt, or if it's... No, it's gotta be. Watts, megawatts, gigawatts, terawatts. Yeah, because this is in watts. The galaxy is getting close to 2 million Dyson spheres. It still has my one save. Really? Gigawatt? I don't know about that. But here's where we're at. This is where we are. We're still not very bright. Oops. We still do not outshine the stars around us. Unfortunately. But we're getting there. We outshine some of the stars. I still don't know why this one's purple. That still bothers me. But it's not a big deal. But yeah, once we actually start building our actual sphere, our power load will increase by leaps and bounds. It's just the way that it is. Alright, but that is all for this stream. Thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate every single one of you. And until next time, happy gaming. And have a good night, or day, or morning, or evening, or whatever it happens to be where you are.